reminder, this is News Channel 3, live at 6:30.
Hello, I'm Kelly Moody. Thanks so much for joining us for News Channel 3 at 6:30. Here's a look at our top stories we're following for you this evening. Latin American pop star Becky G received the keys to Coachella at a ceremony earlier today. The significance of that ceremony following her performance yesterday at the Coachella Festival. Plus, Desert Hot Springs unveiled a new mural at a block party. Still to come, the highlights from the city's celebration. We are taking you outside with a first weather alert that goes into effect tomorrow for some gusty winds. We're taking a peek here at our TMO's live sky cam up on Edom Hill. It's been a pretty nice day, a warm one though. I think everyone's starting to feel the heat. We'll get to those current temperatures in just a moment, but first a look at those current wind speeds. They're pretty mellow for right now, 5 to 10 mile per hour winds, but I do expect them to be picking up as we look ahead toward tomorrow evening. That's when that first weather alert goes into effect, and it will stay with us all the way until the end of our Monday. Quick look outside at those current temperatures. Those are hanging out in the mid to upper 90s for the most spot. A little bit cooler in Desert Hot Springs at a nice solid 90 degrees, 92 degrees right now in Mecca, and 96 degrees in Indio, where all the fun is happening. Temperatures are going to continue to cool on down toward the lower end of the 70s as we head into the late evening hours overnight into tomorrow morning, waking up in the upper 60s, but still a lot to come in terms of those winds. We will be tracking them for you hour by hour coming up in your complete first alert forecast. And in other news this evening, an international singer and actress received the key to the city of Coachella at the library in front of hundreds of residents. News Channel 3's Miyoshi Price was there, and she got to interview the Latin American pop star right before that ceremony started.
Hi, Kelly. Becky G graced the stage just yesterday at the Coachella Music Festival, but that was in Indio. Becky G received love from her devoted fans and was honored by the city of Coachella for her advocacy for farm workers. She signed autographs, and a local mariachi band played live. She got emotional during the news conference when talking about her next album inspired by her grandfather. It's important to her to stay connected to the real Coachella.
We talk so much about discrimination, we talk so much about racism and colorism and things that our communities are constantly facing, but within each other we don't talk enough about privilege, and I like to recognize my privilege.
Receiving the keys to the city comes with a lot of responsibility and accountability, especially receiving the keys to Coachella, the real Coachella.
Luz Gallegos, the executive director for TODEC. It's a resource for immigrant families to become economically and socially self-sufficient. Leaders at the event want people to know the real Coachella is a community of farm workers that are out harvesting our fruits and veggies. Live in studio, Miyoshi Price, News Channel 3.
It's awesome, and I like how they try this year because every time I go to my dad's vlog, I always see it trying.
This little guy is talking about the unveiling of the art mural at a vacant building off of Pearson Boulevard and Palm Drive. The city of Desert Hot Springs celebrated at today's block party. There was a DJ playing music and local food trucks for all who attended.
And it was abandoned and empty for a long time, and so it's great that they invested some of their funding into, you know, the city and making it look good and feel good and, you know, promote art for the community.
I think like there's not enough art in my community, so I'm really proud of. I really like this.
The mayor of Desert Hot Springs, Scott Mattis, says they are focused on city beautification by taking vacant buildings and turning them into art. Mattis says the revitalization efforts do not stop there. The city is working with restaurant owners to bring more cuisine options to the community. And April is Parkinson's Awareness Month, and a local organization is working to get the word out. Today, supporters of Parkinson's Resources Organization turned out at a number of locations to walk for Pro on the Move. Continuing to move is crucial for people with Parkinson's disease. This group walked around 8 this morning at Palm Desert Greens. If you would like to help Parkinson's Resource Organization, you can attend its upcoming chocolate and champagne event at Renaissance Esmeralda. That is on Wednesday night at 6 in Indian Wells. And of course, you can find more information on how to attend at parkinsonsresource.org. The goal is to raise awareness and money to make sure that no one is isolated because of Parkinson's disease. Well, the Living Desert put a spotlight on Mother Earth this morning just ahead how the zoo is promoting pollinators and balancing the ecosystem. Plus, not too far from home, the city of Menifee is making environmental history with the nation's first microgrid solar community. You're watching News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
An I-Team investigation reveals a costly rate hike in a place you might not even look for it.
What, are they kidding?
Some could see bills double, then double again.
Totally out of control.
I'm furious about the whole thing.
I-Team investigator Jeff Stahl started getting answers, finding out where the money would go.
Is there a concern that people might not be able to afford this?
And who's trying to stop it? Watch Down the Drain. Wednesday at 6 on News Channel 3, the Desert's investigation leader.
Dirt in your ducts, germs in your air filter, impurities in your water. No matter how often you clean, there's some dirt you just can't get rid of on your own. Next Gen Air Heating and Plumbing is here to help. From $88 tune-ups and safety inspections to whole house air and water filtration. We can add an extra layer of safety and comfort to your home. Call now and ask about our special offers. We're Next Gen Air Heating and Plumbing, your handy neighbor.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Get 0.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days on 2022 Sierra Light Duty Crew Cab models. Visit your local Desert Buick GMC dealer.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Some breaking news to share with you. Ramon Road has now been closed between Avenida Evelita and Paseo Dorotea due to a fire in the area. This road closure alert from Palm Springs Police Department was issued just after 6:15, so it's only been in effect for about the last 25 minutes or so. We are waiting for more information from Palm Springs Fire Department. Stay with us here at News Channel 3 for the latest developments on this fire and road closure. In some other news for you on this Earth Day, the Living Desert Zoo brought the community together for an Earth Day celebration. Families got the chance to visit different environmentally themed stations throughout the park with hands-on activities to learn about ways to take care of the environment. Plus, guests got to see a real-life desert tortoise up close. Is that Mojave Maxine? I'm not sure. Zoo officials say they ultimately want to inspire conservation efforts.
Today, we're encouraging our guests to choose sustainable, advocate action, and take care of our deserts because it's really important for all of us to work together to save our amazing planet and help combat climate change, protect our natural habitats like our beautiful desert environments, and save animals and wildlife.
Sounds like a good cause to me. You'll have until tomorrow morning between 10 and 11 to take part in the zoo's 10,000 Seeds Pollinator Plant Party. That's where you can help protect the desert by planting pollinator-friendly drought-resistant seeds to take back home. And to kick off the last day of Earth Week, residents in one Riverside County community are going green. As Joy Benedict reports, the city of Menifee becomes the first microgrid community.
Blue skies and sunshine have always been an asset in Southern California, but now these rays are bringing an added value for homeowners in one neighborhood.
We're very confident on saving on the energy bills.
Aaron Perez is one of the first to move into a microgrid community in Menifee, the first in the nation.
Not having like a huge electric bill, and then obviously it's a smart home, so everything is super automated and user-friendly.
It's a new project by KB Home. 219 plots in its Shadow Mountain community that, if disconnected from SoCal Edison, can run on a solar-powered community battery.
In front of the house is the last of our bedrooms here.
Scott Hansen is the VP of Forward Planning.
So what a microgrid is the ability for a battery to operate separate from a utility a number of lots. If you want to think of it like an island of power until itself.
Every home is built with solar panels and a battery.
We actually have 2 batteries here, 1 and 2, and this is the inverter that converts the solar electricity to household power.
The homeowner can then decide to use the solar energy to run their house or keep the battery full and use the utility company's power.
A single person moves into this home and they work off-site a lot. This solar could do 80% of their power.
But what makes this subdivision unique is that all the homes will also connect to a giant battery the size of a shipping container. So any extra sunshine will be stored there for an emergency, and if full, can power this neighborhood for days.
When California at large has a need, you'll have the rolling brownout that is common everywhere in California, but not here.
The idea started 2 years ago with a federal grant and joint partnership between UC Irvine, KB Home, SoCal Edison, and SunPower.
Some of the other features that you'll see in this particular home is all of the appliances in the kitchen are electric.
But it's not just the power, it's how it's used to make this community shine. With special insulation, vehicle charging stations, and state-of-the-art appliances, this home is all about being energy efficient.
Typically about 40% in savings is what you would see.
Having our own solar grid here and having just that security of not having it have any blackouts, it's very important.
As is going green. And homeowners like Perez say being a little less dependent on big utility has him feeling home free.
That was Joy Benedict reporting. Earth Week is a 7-day worldwide event promoting green living and confronting the climate crisis. Well, conflict continues to escalate in Sudan, the latest for thousands of Americans stuck in the country as tensions rise. You're watching News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
The Estate Jewelry Collection wants to buy your large diamonds and signed jewelry, 2 carats and up, all shapes and all qualities. The market has never been so strong. If you're not wearing it, sell it. Stop by the Estate Jewelry Collection today.
If you know the Coachella Valley, you know who we are. While other companies come and go, the General continues to provide fast, reliable HVAC and plumbing service you can count on. We treat our employees like family. We treat your home like it's our own. And we give back to the community because your trust has built our business. Problems happen, but when you call the General, they don't stand a chance. There goes trouble.
Here comes the General. Here comes the General.
Here comes the General.
The Estate Jewelry Collection has been trusted doing business on El Paseo for over 32 years. We buy, sell, and consign large diamonds, along with all signed jewelry. If you're not wearing it, sell it. Stop by the Estate Jewelry Collection today.
A First Alert weather alert has been issued for Sunday. Watch the First Alert weather team's forecast to see how Sunday's conditions will affect you. Download the First Alert weather app to receive alerts and keep watching News Channel 3, the Desert's news and weather leader.
Exotic Motor Cars.
Hello, welcome to Exotic Motor Cars.
We'd like to thank you all for voting as the Coachella Valley's #1 car dealer.
Exotic Motor Cars in Palm Springs is #1, winner of CV Independent's Best of Coachella Valley for Best Auto Dealership. We buy, sell, and consign. Stop by and browse our collection across from the Palm Springs Airport. Exotic Motor Cars, Palm Springs. Buy, sell, consign.
In your life, you'll have experienced adrenaline, happiness. You've experienced many sensations in your life. But have you ever experienced absolute comfort? Come and experience it in one of our stores. Natuzzi Editions, the name of comfort since 1959.
Exclusively at Rapport Furniture on Highway 111 in Rancho Mirage.
John White, telling stories from our valley for over 3 decades.
New details to share with you on a shooting in Coachella. This happened on Thursday night. 4 suspects are now in custody. Riverside Sheriff's Thermal Station patrol units responded to the incident on Cairo Street just after 10:30 on Thursday night. Investigators say those in a Ford SUV and a silver sedan fired semi-automatic handgun rounds at each other. A traffic stop was attempted on the SUV, but the suspects fled the vehicle, left it in drive, and it crashed into a house. Deputies later located and arrested all the suspects they believe were involved. 3 men, ages 18, 19, and 22, and a 15-year-old boy. In some international news for you, thousands of Americans remain in Sudan as fighting continues between Sudanese forces and a paramilitary group. As Inez de la Cuetara reports, an evacuation order is expected for all foreigners within the next few hours.
The Sudanese army confirms it is coordinating efforts to evacuate foreigners out of Sudan on military planes. On Saturday, Saudi Arabia announced the repatriation of some of its citizens, according to Saudi state TV. Those evacuees boarded ships in Port Sudan. The Pentagon says it is monitoring the situation and preparing for various contingencies. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin confirming U.S. forces have deployed to the region to assist with the possible evacuation of the embassy workers.
We always want to make sure that we're doing prudent planning, which is what we're doing. We've deployed some forces into theater to ensure that we provide as many options as possible.
There are an estimated 16,000 American citizens in Sudan, including about 70 embassy personnel. The White House has said those who are not embassy workers should not rely on U.S. military help to leave Sudan. The State Department confirms it has been in contact with some of those private citizens to provide support.
We have been clear-eyed about how American citizens should not travel to Sudan for months now. We have communicated to American citizens in the country about safety and security measures and precautions that they can take.
Evacuations are proving difficult, with Sudan's main international airport heavily damaged and closed indefinitely. 2 rival military groups had said they agreed to a 72-hour ceasefire to allow humanitarian aid to enter the country, but gunfire and explosions continue to be heard in the capital city of Khartoum. At least 400 people have been killed, including 1 American, and thousands more injured since the fighting broke out a week ago as Sudan's armed forces and a paramilitary group known as the Rapid Support Forces battle for control of the country. Inez de la Cuetara, ABC News, London.
Taking a look outside back here at home at the I-10 eastbound cam. Things moving along pretty smoothly. Mostly clear skies, but we do have some high clouds overhead. Should make for a nice, pretty sunset for us, though, as we head toward the later evening hours. Looking ahead at tomorrow, if you're headed back out to the festival or really anywhere in the Coachella Valley, things will feel pretty similar temperature-wise. We'll start things off in the mid-70s, warming up into those 80s and then surpassing them rather quickly. Already looking at low 90s by 11 a.m., mid to upper 90s for your daytime highs for tomorrow. The big difference comes in the winds. I feel like this is the same forecast I did last weekend because once again, we are looking at gusty conditions likely to be picking up as we head into Sunday evening and continuing all the way through Monday. So a first alert weather alert has been issued for you to account for these conditions. But the main focus with this, of course, is on the potential for difficult driving conditions. I emphasized this last weekend. I'll do it again this weekend. We've got a lot of out-of-towners here. And given all the gusty conditions we're expecting to see, that wind-blown dust, and just in general, their lack of familiarity with our area, we could be looking at some longer commute times as we look from that Sunday evening into Monday window. So be prepared to give yourself some extra time out on the roads. Of course, we know everything else that comes with those gusty winds. We're talking more gusty, dusty conditions, reducing air quality, reducing visibility, blowing around, unsecured objects, you name it, it could be coming our way. So let's track out these winds for you hour by hour. Not much wind to speak of for this evening, and we keep it pretty light as we head into your Sunday morning as well. It really won't be until we make our way toward late Sunday afternoon you start to see that rebuilding of the onshore flow through the San Gorgonio Pass, spreading out down toward the East Valley as we head into those later evening hours, and then seeing those winds still stick with us while weakening a little bit for Monday morning, picking right back up as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. That first alert weather alert will be in effect again tomorrow from 5 p.m. lasting all the way through your Monday until really midnight. So a couple gusty days for us that we are going to be looking at. You can see those outline days there for your first alert weather alert. Meanwhile, couple changes, some daunting changes to talk about temperature-wise. Mid-90s, no problem through Wednesday, but take a look what happened Thursday, Friday. Now, I didn't quite gamble yet. I'm not going to push us into the triple digits. Maybe I will tomorrow. We'll see. Upper 90s, though, and probably a couple spots that will hit those triple digits. Overnight lows coming all the way up to the low 70s. Bad news, folks. It's coming for us, that heat. Hey, but we also have College of the Desert tennis coming after the break with Bailey Arredondo. Stay with us. You're watching News Channel 3, the Desert's news leader.
Closed captioning brought to you by Brad Schmidt Real Estate Group. Call Brad to sell your home faster for more money. Exclusively endorsed by Barbara Corcoran.
What are we thinking?
Ours.
We need to get this one solved fast.
This is a homicide investigation of an assistant district attorney.
Well, we only get one shot, so let's make it count.
She didn't have a personal life. Mostly she worked. I found this.
Why would there be a listening device?
That's the thing about getting murdered. Whatever you kept secret is gonna get found out.
New East New York, Sunday after The Equalizer on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The McCallum Theater's 2023-2024 season is on sale now. The world's top artists, from jazz, pop, and comedy to the best of Broadway. Only at the Valley's favorite place for great entertainment. Tickets are on sale now at the McCallum Theater box office, by phone, or online at mccallumtheater.org. Tickets sell quickly, so order yours today. A new, exciting season only at the McCallum. The McCallum Theater's 2023-2024 season is on sale now.
There's an issue affecting many children that I can't solve alone. It's called toxic stress. It builds up inside, increasing the risk for lasting health issues. Learn 4 things you can do to overcome toxic stress at first5california.com.
The pain level was over 10. There's days where I just sat and cried and asked the good Lord to take me. And my doctor recommended that I go to Good Feet and try the arch supports. And I took about 3-4 steps, turned around and went and sat back down and started to cry. It was the first time that I had no pain. I'm not an actor. I want people to know my testimony. I want them to know what arch support's going to do from Good Feet.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
That's a pretty tight spot.
Watch this.
Your Buick Park sits so. That's so you.
Of course you know where we're going. That's so you.
Kind of got a sixth sense.
And a head-up display.
They're here.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Get 3.9% APR for 5 years and no monthly payments for 90 days. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners get $750 purchase allowance on Buick Encore GX models.
Welcome to Precious Metals Refinery, where we specialize in paying you the most for your gold, silver, jewelry, diamonds, watches, and coins.
Whatever your reasons are, sell it for more to PMR.
Now, time for the best local sports show with sports anchor Bailey Arredondo.
Hope you all are having a wonderful weekend. Yes, it's heating up, but COD Tennis says we've been hot all season. The men's squad at home in the SoCal Finals against Ventura College. COD looking for its 17th state championship. These are the top 2 teams in the state, both undefeated. Roadrunners on the right of your screen, led by head coach Guy Fritz. Might have heard of his son. And College of the Desert took advantage early, led after doubles 2-1. First team to 5 points wins, but as you can tell, this is high-level tennis. Ventura tested COD, surely made them earn it. But for the second straight season, College of the Desert knocks off Ventura, 6-1 the final. How good is this team? Roadrunners advance to the state team final, where they will play American River College on Wednesday. And also want to mention the women were in the SoCal Finals as well, but they come up just short, 5-4 to Orange Coast. Congratulations to the team on a great run. Sunday afternoon will be the biggest test yet for the Firebirds. Tucson Roadrunners forced a Game 3, beating the Birds on Friday. Tucson scored 3 first-period goals, had 35 saves in goal as well. Firebirds said after the game, felt like they got punched in the mouth. And no, a winner-take-all game 3. That'll be their only chance for the knockout punch. So the stage is set Sunday 3 p.m. at Acrisure Arena. I've heard it's called the Bird Barn. Firebirds playoff aspirations on the table. We will have highlights, post-game reactions right here on News Channel 3. Saturday in Chicago, Dodgers coming off an embarrassing 13-0 loss. 25-year-old James Outman. Grip it and rip it, my brother. Redwood City product isn't done yet. Dodgers up 2 in the 7th. Max Muncy, Eminem, see ya. Extends LA's lead by 2. And why not another? Must be fun hitting bombs in the big show. What a day to be a lefty at Wrigley. Heck of a ballpark. And if you are having a day, you don't want it to end. Outman again. 4th hit of the day, 2nd homer. He and Muncy combined for 4 jacks. Outman, in the last 2 months, 6 home runs. That's the most by a Dodgers rookie in the stretch. Best way to shake off a bad loss, hefty W. Finally, Game 4, Suns and Clippers. Phoenix leading 2-1 in LA without Kawhi for their 2nd straight game. Clippers have to have this one. Terrence Mann, give me that. Throw it up. Mason Plumlee, rim rocking. This is a star-driven league, and the Stars played like it. Kevin Durant, 31 points. Devin Booker added 30, 61 for the tandem. And Phoenix, whew, they're looking like they're taking this series with ease. 12-point win on the road. Game 5 back in Phoenix on Tuesday. We'll have to wait.
Look at that in a second. Another quick reminder for you on that breaking news we brought you earlier in the hour. Ramon Road has been closed between Avenida Evelita and Paseo Dorotea due to a fire in the area. We're waiting on some more information from Palm Springs Fire Department on this, so stay with us. We'll have more for you tonight at 11. We'll see you then.
News Channel 3 is now available on any of these streaming services and on KESQ.